Hi, everybody. We're back. Luckily, lost the feed while we're still having this discussion. It has not been concluded yet what's going to happen with the paddle or not. So we're talking to the powers that be, making a decision. And we will be back, hopefully, with this match between Jocelyn Devillier and Nacho. And stay tuned, guys. We will be back as soon as we have a decision. Thank you. All right, everybody. Welcome back. We have a resolution on the paddles. The Explorer paddle from New Peepo has been approved to play with. Do you want to explain this? And we've gotten it all sorted. We've talked to the right people. And we're going to get back into this match here. Do you want to talk about what happened? No, I don't want to. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, so.
It is what it is.
It is what it is indeed. So we are all set. We're going to get back into the action here, guys. Thanks for staying with us. Marcia Frezzo refereeing. We have Jocelyn Devillier taking on Nacho. How do you say his last name? Devillier. Yes. All right. We're into it, guys. I mean, God.
Great gets there from
Nacho. His legs are a mile long. He just can get everywhere.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, he's got his steps in for the day now, so we're good.
That's what happens when you're 7'2".
I know. Not quite. This is going to be a fun match, guys. 1-0. Of course, you can see Jocelyn Devillier, our number 2 seed. Nacho, number 15.
And Jocelyn's eager to get going, standing at the line, ready.
This is Duvillier's first match of the day. This is just 1 match to 15. So he is definitely ready. Oh my goodness. Ah.
There's two very large men out here covering a lot of ground.
And a lob over Jocelyn from that close.
Yeah.
Was perfect into the wind.
Yeah, it's just Devillier taking that ball out of the air. We've talked about that before many times in singles. When you can limit the amount of time your opponent has to set up by taking that ball out of the air, such an advantage.
4-0.
Yeah, if your return is short and you choose to stay back against Devillier, the point is just not going to be one you like.
Just wide.
Good little run there to start for Devillier. 1/3 of the way home.
We will switch ends at 8.
Two good balls there from Delia.
That big long reach of Devillier just puts so much pressure on your next ball. You feel like it has to be an inch inside the line or he'll reach it with ease.
Nacho's making him work, making Devillier earn these points.
Drop shots and lobs here so far.
And that lob was going to be in. It's a great decision by Devillier to take that ball out of the air. If he lets that ball bounce, Devillier is going to have the advantage there. Too good.
Now we've got the Jocelyn fist pumps going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and our first jigsaw hydration break. Timeout taken by Devillier. Devillier on a bit of a run here at 6-1 after we come back from this hydration break.
Yeah, and just for Jocelyn, you were supposed to start at 8.
Mm-hmm.
You get
Rain
here,
delayed to
rain
noon.
delay. Then yours match is the last one on. I mean, we're 2:09, so he's standing there. He's been ready to serve since the timeout was called.
4 hours ago,
yeah,
he was ready.
So, to be up is big for just all the starting a tournament nerves, and he's going big.
Yeah, you and I had about an hour-long conversation with Devillier earlier about his tennis background and him being a hitting partner at the U.S. Open in Flushing Meadows. Some absolute gold stories that we heard about Monfils and Rafa and Kyrgios. Just awesome. We don't have enough time to go over all that, though.
No, but just to give you 10 seconds of background, Jocelyn was a very high-level tennis player, and he was actually one of the players chosen to be one of the hitting partners of the pros in the tournament, and was ranked as the number 1 of that. I talked about the lobs that Nacho was throwing. You can see the very patriotic windsock there, so the breeze will be just a little bit into Jocelyn's face, but very prestigious to be able to hit, and the stories he told were great, and you can see his tennis abilities in his pickleball game, obviously.
Back into the action here after the end change at 8. Nacho with a little body shot on Devillier. 1-8 here in this match to 15.
Unbelievable anticipation to be able to go, okay, I think you read a paddle face and went to the line, and then to be able to execute behind him. That's why he's the second seed right there. Everything about it.
Did you see, I wish I had a replay of that, from where Jocelyn and Devillier was at the baseline on that backhand, and then Nacho dropped that ball on the sideline. He took 2 full strides. That was it. 2 strides and a lunge to get to that ball.
And I know you talk about really be sure on a drop shot, bringing your opponent in like that, you lose your advantage. And I think he lost it there because, as you said, he had him off the court. Let's keep him back there.
Incredible.
Got a ball on court from next door, so we will restart that. 1-11.
Great return sets that up.
Great placement. Not trying to do too much with that ball. Devillier just goes down the line about 75%. Ball dips over the net. Very tough return for Devillier.
Really close in the back there.
Mm-hmm. course, Jocelyn Devillier, one of our co-hosts of the tournament this weekend, along with Michelle Esquivel. So they've both been fabulous all weekend. Hit a couple podiums.
Indeed.
We'll see if they have more of the same for Singles Day. Jocelyn's certainly well on his way, I would say. And he has a match point here. 14-1. And there it is. Devillier moving on to our next round. And Nacho will drop to our consolation bracket, which is also playing just one match to 15 because of our rain delay. Dom's going to head over to the studio, chat with Jocelyn for a moment, and we'll take a quick break, guys, and be back with that, and then more action here on Championship Court number 1.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
Back in studio, guys, with Jocelyn Devillier. Congratulations on your second round win, but it was your first round match against Nacho Delia.
Yeah.
The delay was a little longer than the match. Was that kind of a little, was that hampering when you get out there, you're ready to go, and then all of a sudden we had a little delay?
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to deal with this kind of situation, especially for Nacho. I know it must have stressed him a bit and rushed him. So I don't know. I mean, it's not always fun, but you know, it is what it is, and we got to play. So that was the most important. I was scared that we were not gonna play.
Yeah, but you came out, and it seemed like right from the get-go, you were ready to go. Every time the point was had, you grabbed the ball, get back to the baseline, ready to go, ready to serve. You were kind of itching to play because, like you were saying before we started, you didn't want to get too far behind and have a bunch of matches in a row.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know some of the quarters already started on the top side of the bracket, so I wanted to make sure that they don't wait for me.
Yeah.
You know, and for me, it doesn't put pressure to rush things. So I like to play with a lot of speed like that. So.
Playing against Nacho, have you played singles against him in a tournament yet?
Oh yeah, a lot
You
of
played
times.
a few times,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I
a
was
lot
just
of
kind of.
Yeah, I played him in Tampa. I played him in Delray. I think I've played him in the last 4 tournaments.
That's
so,
what we were talking about.
I mean, he's a great player. He's very tall, and it's a good matchup for me. His game style fit my game style, so I enjoy playing against him as well. He's a great guy and great friend. So yeah.
You've had his number though the last few times, so obviously you continued that today. I'm not going to take up too much more of your time. I know you got another match coming up against Jack Foster. Game plan going into that match?
Well, you know, he's a player on the rise for sure. He's playing well. He has a big forehand. Last time I played him was in Delray. He won the best out of 3, and I won the back draw. So hopefully I will be able to win that one and keep going forward. Since we're playing just 1 game to 15, you know, it's really important to have a good start. So that's my goal.
All right, brother. Well, good luck the rest of the way. We'll hopefully get you back out here on championship court.
Hopefully. Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we'll have our next match out here on championship court 1.
Slightly favored backhand. Much hand-eye coordination.
welcome back to Lefferson Park, everyone, here in Middletown, Ohio, for the APP Tour Cincinnati Open, our third stop of the year. We're going to be kicking it up into high gear going forward. Next, we have the Indianapolis Open, first weekend in June. Deadline to sign up for that is May 21st. So if you had any inclination to come join us in Indianapolis, head on over to pickleballtournaments.com and get registered. Then we head out to SoCal for the LA Open and SoCal Classic. Those are still open for registration as well. So please come join us on the road. We'll be crisscrossing the country for the rest of the year. You can check out our full schedule at apptour.org of where we are going. And very exciting that we'll be releasing our 2022 schedule on June 15th. So stay tuned for that. Have some very exciting stops coming up next year. But for the moment, we are here at the Cincinnati Open. Our next men's pro singles match about to kick off here on championship court number 1. We're going to have Zane Navratil in the blue shorts and gray shirt playing against Frank Anthony Davis in the black. Zane Navratil, our number 2 seed. 1 seed. I literally looked at that and I was like, wait a second, I thought Jay was number 2. I was like, I thought he was number 1. Our number 1 seed, Zane Navratil, for the tournament today, and Frank Anthony Davis, number 8. So this should be a fun match. Both these guys, very quick, having that no-quit attitude. They're going to go for anything and everything, and a lot of the times they're going to get them. So I am Lauren McLaughlin, joined by Dominic Catalano and Dave Fleming here in the booth, your commentating team for the day. This is our last day of the tournament here. Singles Day will close us out for the Cincinnati Open. And we're going to get started here. Zane Navratil serving first. Always got that blue paddle going. Very exciting. 0-0. We also want to acknowledge Melissa Owenby is our USA Pickleball Certified Ref for this match. Big shout out to her. 1-0.
That's a disheartening ball to see from Frank. A two-handed roll on the line. Boy, the drop shots in play today.
Oh,
Ooh,
got
yes. Got it.
So this one of our quarterfinal matches is being played, and we have another one on Championship Court 2 going on, and there are 2 others that will be underway very shortly.
Two 2-1. This is 1 game to 15 for this match. Switch ends at 8. Nice deep serve there from Davis. Share what he said there, Dave.
Zane said if I wasn't on CC1, I would have called it out, but we've got all the cameras. And he's always a very, very fair, sometimes to his own fault, line caller. And he always has fun.
Sure does. Great fun to watch. 1-3.
And I've been asked by other players on when Zane goes to serve and maybe that spinning toss is not where he wants it. You can catch it and hit it again. You just have to get it in the 10 seconds that you have to serve once the point is called.
And all tied up at 3s here. Oh. He got the net despair, Dom, instead of the net love.
Yeah.
As we mentioned before, that blue paddle that Zane's playing with, that is not his signature paddle. That has not come out yet. That is simply the Ben John signature paddle with Navratil's blue color. That you can see beautifully matches his shorts.
It's important to accessorize.
Sure is. All about coordination in pickleball.
Yes, it is.
You would know, Dom.
Yes, I would. All right, that's the last 2 points that have been affected by the Navratil serve. Great return there. And we've talked about it over the weekend. People get very hesitant when hitting the return from Zane Navratil. Instead of being hesitant, just hit the ball. Stop trying to baby it. When you baby it, that's when his spin does come into effect.
Oh. Yeah, and it's an even bigger advantage. We talked about this a little bit yesterday as well. The fences are a little closer here, so you can't get as far back. So you absolutely have to do what you said, even more from a short hop and hit that, or you're going to be The net gives,
and the net taketh. Frank really missed that one.
he loves deception, but he deceived himself there.
Yeah. So I almost think Zane gave up on that one, thinking that
Turn was wide.
Davis was going to go wide, and he almost hit right back to him. He was shocked.
I think he thought the ball was wide and then quit and wasn't sure.
He also was still hesitant about whether or not that
Yeah.
ball was out on the side. Miss hit overhead there. Caught a
All
line though.
frame, sorry, dude. Put that on a t-shirt.
Another line painter there. Navratil right on top of that one. Watching it very closely. Did not go the way he was hoping.
Davis looking really good right
Yes.
now.
Mm-hmm. You got him.
Just too good of a read by Davis there. He read that ball down the line from Navratil, able to go cross court for the put away.
And a great return off a very deep serve. And that's, as you said, no matter who it is, you've got to swing at it.
I would say this would be a perfect timeout opportunity for Navratil, but he gets one built in as we are switching ends at 8 after Frank Anthony Davis has pulled away here. Lead of 8-5. After we come back from this end change. And
Frank's on his game. Frank is getting those drops and anticipating the next ball really well. From a player that enjoys the cat and mouse game himself quite a bit in Zane. So certainly has raised his level since the first match that we saw him, where he wasn't as sharp, but you don't have to be sharp. You just need your name to go to the right, and that's what he got. And now he's got a lead. A lot of pickleball to be played in this match, obviously, but mentally that's got to feel really good.
Yeah, it's exactly what you're saying, Dave, is that move your name to the right. Just keep it going. Doesn't matter how you win. Winning ugly, but it's still a win. And now Frank looks really, grooved in this match against Navratil with an 8-5 lead on the end change. So I like that. Even though it was a short return from Davis, he hit through it, kept it low, and didn't let Navratil's spin affect his return to serve.
Okay.
Oh, we're getting
the dancing is.
What, Punta Gorda?
Did someone say DJ? Because the dance floor has been officially opened right there.
Was it Punta Gorda we started seeing this out of? Davis? Yeah, here it is. And that's when he's in his groove.
$10-5. We'll take a very quick sponsor break. We'll be right back.
Thanks for joining us as we experience the APP Cincinnati Open. This tour stop is sponsored by Head Pickleball, Onyx, Jigsaw Health, Vulcan, Zealous, New Peepo, Hawaiian Springs, Hudef, LSI, and USA Pickleball.
It's like when they're... Hello, welcome back, everyone. We are just concluding our Jigsaw hydration break, called by Zane Navratil. Down 5-10 to Frank Anthony Davis. We're getting back into it here. Let's see if Navratil is able to... He's been a little off, making an unusually high amount of unforced errors. Davis playing very well, as you have mentioned. We'll see if Navratil can kind of get into a little groove of his own. Start getting some of the shots he wants.
See, and that's
like that.
I'm thinking about it as they're starting that last point, and I'm like, I'd rather see Navratil play a little more hard game than trying to get into the cat and mouse with Davis. And right there, he plays that hard game, hits a winner. Great drop there from Davis. But yeah, I'd like to see Navratil play a little hard, hit some drives, try and hit some winners down the line, and take Davis out of his game. There it is. A little close for comfort.
I was like, ooh, that was close.
Frank just said the white part's in, right? And you can see the color of the lines, folks. They are white. We had a hand fault there. Melissa called a foot fault, which
Frank corrected her and goes,
'Cause-
no, it was my hand.
He had to reset his balance, and he put his hand in the kitchen after a volley, which is a fault.
So as Navratil hits it, it's not even cleared the net yet. Frank goes, ooh, that's a good shot.
No, he said, ooh, that's pretty too.
Yeah.
And he just said it was good enough for a timeout. So, good hydration break, sponsored
So-
by Jigsaw.
So, Dave, did you say that who said it? Was it Frank that
Yeah.
said the white lines are in?
The white lines are in.
How come no one told Randy that earlier?
It's a good question.
When we were playing, Randy thought that the white lines were out.
Oh,
Oh, he says the white lines are out in Cincinnati when we're playing against them. I got it now. Makes sense.
So this is the levels rising, but these guys desperately want to win. But this is what we love about our sport is the camaraderie within a match. Both sides have been joking with the other, and both of them would desperately love to win 15-0. Obviously,
Yeah.
that's not going to happen with two talented players, but we'll see if Zane can keep that going.
And Zane has changed it up a little bit. And he's
Yep.
playing a little harder.
see Navratil. He's getting a little fired up now. He visibly frustrated before, but he's found a little magic, Dave, as you
He
said
has.
before, and he's putting some points together, and now it's 9-10.
It's 5 unanswered
good.
from Navratil after being down 10-5. All square now at 10.
He's there.
Frank mentally just needs a point somehow to get off 10. Just something good happen here.
Good
Right.
read. Yeah, good
Right
read
at
from
perfect.
Davis. Just can't get on top of it. Opportunity was there. Execution was not.
Navratil overtaking Davis now. 11-10. Make that 12-10.
The serve comes into play.
And Davis uses his second and final timeout here. Probably a good time to use it. Little jigsaw hydration break, refocus, try and stall Navratil's 7 unanswered points now. And look at that, APP TV. If you're watching us on YouTube right now, you're already on the APP TV channel. Make sure and subscribe if you haven't yet, so you can watch all of our content. We don't just stream matches, we have original content as well. Some original shows with pros. We got some coaching ones. We got some analysis ones. We got some interview ones. Something for everybody. So definitely go back and check out those shows if you haven't yet. And make sure and subscribe so you always know when we're putting out new content, whether it be those shows or matches or highlight reels, etc. Back from this jigsaw hydration break, 12-10, Navratil on a run. And no signs of stopping currently.
Frank wasn't sure if that floater down the line was going to stay in, but I think he made the right decision to play it. But then he play a whole point thinking about it.
Navratil just frozen there in the middle of the court. Well played by Davis.
11-13.
Frank's had a good look at 2 forehands in a row here, and just with Zane, you have to make it more perfect than you think sometimes, and obviously he'd like to have played a longer point there.
And that brings us to match point here for Navratil. After battling his way back from a decent deficit.
Good hands there from Frank Anthony Davis. He was in control for most of that point, manipulating where Navratil was going, pushed him back, brought him back up, and handled that for the side out.
And the reverse just happened right there.
Mm-hmm.
Another match point for Navratil.
Zane just said, why are you going so big on the forehand? He would like to have been, you know, we've talked about like the 75% in a better place would have been a preferred shot for him there.
A good read there from Navratil, and the high ball from Davis. Davis sprinting to the opposite side, thinking he's going to go cross court, goes behind.
Third match point here for Navratil.
Oh, that's a great return
That
from
sure
Davis.
was. Whew.
Jeez.
I appreciate in singles that they don't have a partner to pump them up, so they have to pump themselves up. I always like that. Just the like, come on, come on. Just like yelling at themselves, like, let's go.
Yeah. Frank's looking at the wind sock that faces, his face is into the wind. That's 3 forehands he's had a chance at here now.
All right, fourth opportunity for Navratil. Still can't get the job done.
They're just trading side outs right now.
11-14.
Fifth time's the charm, maybe?
Negative.
Nope.
So every time or Davis brings Navratil up to the net from that position, Navratil's gone flat instead of trying to go cross court. If he gets one more of those, I'd like to see him go cross court. Oh, and there's the winner on the run with the slide and everything.
And these slides on these courts, just awesome athleticism.
What number, Lauren?
6.
6.
You saw the big O, and there it is.
The serve.
He went big on the serve, and it paid off big. Finally sealing the deal is Zane Navratil on his 6th match point opportunity. And Frank Anthony Davis will drop down to our consolation bracket and battle back Dom's going to head on over to the studio and chat with Navratil before he heads on to his next match. Just as a reminder, guys, we are streaming the 2 courts simultaneously. You can find those on Facebook or YouTube. If you are on Facebook, our court is pinned to the top of the page, so just scroll down a little bit farther on the Facebook page. You should see the other court. Look in the description. It'll say CC number 2. So that is our championship court number 2, if you want to check that out. And then on YouTube, same thing on APP TV. You should see them pretty much right next to each other on the page, the 2 live videos. And again, just look in the description whether or not it's CC1 or CC2. Looks like we're going to have a women's pro singles match coming up next. We'll be back with Dom in the studio and then back on court. Don't go anywhere.
The HD5 is the green of ivy. It represents hope, tenacity, the spirit of life and growth. It also reminds us of the Ivy League. The HD5 features a good rotation, an excellent sweet spot, thicker core, and super power.
It's fun to feel good like you should. It's fun to feel good like you should. 'Cause life is way too short to feel a little crappy. It's way more fun to feel healthy and happy. It's fun to feel good like you should. It's fun to feel good like you should. Oh, so if you wanna feel your best, purchase our products to the test.
My favorite paddle is the V520. It's more of a control paddle, which is great for my game because I'm certainly known as more of a defensive player, but it's still great for hitting a hard serve and drive the ball well from the transition area and from the kitchen. Go ahead and drive it at me. I'm ready to block it into the kitchen. I can roll it or I can slice it. Either way, I feel like it's gonna go in. With the soft feel of the paddle, I can dink all day. So go ahead and try it out, dink me.
New People Pickleball.
In studio here with Zane Navratil after his quarterfinal win over Frank Anthony Davis. Congrats, buddy.
Hey, thank you very much. You know what?
Here we go.
It's different not having all talk here to feed off of. Usually he's somewhere even in the background, right next to me, somewhere or another. But, you know, the way that I wanted to take over this interview today was talk about Dominic's new look. honestly, I'm loving the blonde. The blonde is pretty cool. But, you know, I think you got to talk to Touch and Gray, bring them on potentially as a sponsor for the APP tour, and then instead of this blonde stuff, you've got the 5 o'clock shadow, you've got the gray. I think you got to just embrace it with the full throw. So anyway, back to you, Dominic.
You'll be there soon. You'll be there soon, brother. Don't you worry about it. All right, brother. Down 10-5. You take a timeout. You end the match on a 10-2 run. We were talking, Dave and I and Lauren. It looked like you were playing a lot of cat and mouse early with Frank. And then after that timeout, you came back, and it looked like you were playing a little more, let's drive a little more and move him around. Was it something you thought about on that timeout?
Yeah, I mean, no, not really. I was just thinking, I was a little bit tight playing not to lose.
Yeah.
It's different what it's like to win. My style is really, I need to free swing, going after my shots, and I think that was the difference. I loosened up a little bit, just started going after my shots a little bit more, and did you guys not catch my monologue on Dominic's hair?
Oh.
So yeah, I just loosened up a little bit and went after my serve, my return, and all of my strokes a little bit more, like I knew I needed to do to win. I wasn't going to beat him if I was playing tentative.
Yeah, you seemed to play your game after that timeout at down 5-10 and just kind of were on cruise control at that point. Puts you in the semifinals. You have the winner of AJ Kohler, Jansen Kohler. Two players you're pretty familiar with, obviously very familiar with John.
Mm-hmm.
And you know AJ, you know AJ's game. What are you looking for from either one of those players?
Well, I might be driving back home to the Chicago area with John tonight. So, I think I'm hoping that he wins so that he can stick around a little bit longer and give me a ride, and then I don't have to fly out of Dayton tomorrow morning. But then again, if I beat him or he beats me, it might make for a more awkward car ride home.
Or he may not give you a ride home.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I hope they both lose and I get a bye.
Nice. Well, congrats, buddy, on to the semifinals. Hopefully we'll get you back out here on championship court the rest of the day.
All right. Thank you, Touch of Gray.
We'll be back after these messages with our next match.
Slightly favored backhand. But hand-eye coordination.
New People Pickleball.
All right, ladies pro singles in the house. Kicking right off into the action. Bob Swisshelm, our USA Pickleball certified referee for this ladies match. We have Andrea Coop, who doesn't make an appearance in singles very often, in the blue. But, maybe she should make an appearance more often if that's how she's going to play.
What's up, Andrea?
And we have Leah Jansen in the black on the far side, our number 2 and 3 seeds here in women's singles. Again, this will just be one match to 15. We will switch ends at 8. Once we hit the medal rounds in a bit, we will go back to our 2 out of 3 match format.
These two ladies very familiar with each other. Andrea Coop introducing Leah Jansen to the sport of pickleball a few years ago when Leah Jansen was in Michigan as an assistant tennis coach. And so they both lived in the same area and played pickleball together for a while. So the familiarity between these two ladies is there.
They are friends on and off the court. 1-1.
Always like to mention whenever we get Andrea on court as a NCAA national champion out of UCLA for women's tennis. Not many people can claim that, but Andrea can.
And for those of you that maybe haven't seen Leia play singles, it's just relentless. She's going to be coming to the net all day long and moving Andrea around with volleys and precision.
She does use that serve, too, to her advantage. Leah Jansen also coming off of a silver medal in singles at the U.S. Open for women's pro singles.
Impressive.
Lost to Irina Terashenko.
What a pickup there, goodness. Just wide.
And one of the most dominant women's doubles golds just yesterday that we've ever seen. Just flat out playing lights out all day with her partner, Lauren Stratman. So that's the price you pay if you run around your backhand and don't hit a ball that is difficult for your opponent. You're giving up a lot of space, and Andrea took advantage of that there.
Look at Bob just jumping right in there to help out.
Probably be getting the towels for them in a minute.
Not just a pretty face, Bob.
That's just great placement here from Andrea Coop. I am very impressed with her start here. Even this matchup at 4.
She's got the weapon on the two-hander there and rolled that just as that's as pretty a two-handed roll third as you'll see by anybody.
and we talked about that over the past couple days, the Andrea Coop two-handed backhand, when she's able to get that extended, you're in trouble if she's able to set her feet and get those hands extended. Good ball there from Leah Jansen on the drop.
Hey, I've got a two-handed backhand too. Hey.
Hey, look at me over here.
Hey. Great return, sets up the put away there.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea Coop with the get up and go hustle. Excellent effort. Leah Jansen, however, just like you mentioned, unrelenting. It's hard to overcome that. Just long.
I'd like to see Andrea go for more on her serve here because she's making that next ball a little harder on herself. It just in singles that could help set up all those beautiful groundies that she has.
Yeah, I agree 100%. She's getting to the line. She's not wasting any movement. Watch her get to the line here. She doesn't even bounce the ball. She just holds it. Call a score. Just serve.
Yep.
Mistake there from Jansen. But just she's not wasting any effort. Had what she wanted there.
Yes,
You know,
for
is
sure.
in the right position. Jansen did not come in. Just sensing a little, I don't know. Jansen usually is a pressure player,
Yes.
and she's returning and
Staying back.
not coming up as much as I'd like to see her. Put pressure on Coop here. Come up. Here we go. And Coop just flipping the script on her.
Indeed.
Right away. But I still appreciate the effort better there from Jansen coming up. She got more of what she wanted there, but just got a little out of position on the drop from Coop.
Hello, Miss Andrea.
I know.
Yeah, if that return, regardless of whether a big serve is hit or not, ends up in the middle of the court, she can set everything up because the groundies are as good as anybody on tour. And now you've got Leah not playing her normal style that won the medals you've spoken of throughout this. So quite a flip of the script over the last 6 minutes of pickleball action.
Indeed, and a good jigsaw hydration break from Jansen here. Oh, excuse me. We're switching ends, so it's a built-in jigsaw hydration break. But still, good for Jansen, who maybe would have called one otherwise.
Yeah, it's just you're seeing Jansen just a little off here. Just she's not playing her game. She's playing. We talk about that, playing to win and playing not to lose, right? And she's not playing to win right now. She's playing according to what Coop is giving her instead of her dictating pace of play. I want to see her dictate the pace of play. I want to see her come to the kitchen. I want to see her force the action. There it is, right there. If she can get there, I believe that if she can control Coop's third shot drive and drop that almost cross-court like she did, it's going to be very difficult for Coop to recover and get up and get that.
All right. 6-8 here for Jansen on the near end after that end change.
And there's that bigger serve. So the serve is a difference in this match for sure.
6-8.
You know, Andrea continues to go to that backhand corner. Leia's running around it, but she's missing it. That's why the score is where it is.
Ooh. Coop with a, ooh, geez, face to the crowd. A little.
It's like she was
yell.
in a Disney movie and she had all the birds and the butterflies singing along with her through the forest there.
6-9.
That's too good there. That's the Leah Jansen that we're all accustomed to seeing right there, that shot.
The forehand is a weapon. It hasn't been on so far. It certainly was there.
Ooh.
That's nice right there.
Sometimes you take your chapeau and you tip it because both sides played a great point there.
Yep. That's right
It's
there.
A deluge of amazing shots from Jansen.
Yeah, when the forehand is running, that's the engine for this whole operation. And then she'll go forward, and then you're in trouble.
And now an actual jigsaw hydration break taken by Coop after Jansen has regained a lead here at 11-9. We'll take a very short break ourselves and be right back.
Thanks for joining us as we experience the APP Cincinnati Open. This tour stop is sponsored by Head Pickleball, Onyx, Jigsaw Health, Vulcan, Zealous, New Peepo, Hawaiian Springs, Hudef, LSI, and USA Pickleball.
All right, bring it back to the action here.
Happy to be along.
Back to the action at 11-9. Jansen serving.
That's a good two-handed backhand there from Coop. That's her weapon of choice.
Yes.
Her bread and butter, as they say.
Outstanding combo platter there. That backhand roll is perfect.
Oh my goodness, that would have just been
Fun to watch, except for Andrea. They probably didn't think that.
– 9-11 here in this match to 15.
She just kind of guided it and aimed it instead of just hitting it.
And she said, "Get in, Leia," because she did not follow the return in, and the serve was, middle of the box. Stick to what brung you.
10-11.
It's going to be the aggressiveness versus the passing shots for the balance of these last four. Stayed back again, lost the point.
I keep hearing something and I'm like, what?
You got it.
So Andrea has withstood the onslaught, has a 1-point lead, has the ball.
Yes, was down 11-9. Now it's taking a 12-11 lead. The last 3 points.
15 seconds, please. Each team has one remaining timeout. Time in. 12, 11.
That was a lot closer than Jansen wanted it to be, but did catch the back line.
Tough overhead under pressure, impressive.
11-12.
Had it.
It's got to rein in the emotion now because your opponent is 2 points from the promised land.
Andrea Coop, all cylinders right now, yet calm as a cool as the other side of the pillow.
Excellent.
Yes.
Stuart Scott,
Stuart
R.I.P.
Scott, R.I.P. Stuart.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we've seen a couple of these matches where it's the style of who can dictate their style. This was another point here. The passing shot was perfection. And now, obviously, does Leia have it? The wherewithal obviously has done very well in big events to cut that return and come in behind it and not stay back and play safe. We talk about playing safe and playing to win. It'll be interesting to see what choice she makes here on the return because the serve is not going to be aggressive. We haven't seen that throughout the match.
Right.
Coming back from this jigsaw hydration break, Andrea Coop poised on match point, and there it is. That two-handed backhand takes the day ultimately, and she continues on in our winner's bracket. And Leia Jansen, of course, not done either. She'll just drop to our consolation bracket, and perhaps we will see her again at the end as she comes back. But we are going to take a quick break here, guys. Dom's going to head on over to chat with Andrea in the studio, and then we'll be back here on Championship Court 1 for our next singles match.